How y'all doing? I hope you're having some fun. Good morning, everybody. What are you looking at? You're looking at a shotgun wedding. I was having just some fun, just scribbling and doodling. I drew this gal, and I decided, well, let's get her married. And so I drew the guy in here, and it just dawned on me, why don't we make this a fun shotgun wedding? So here's the baby bump. And there's Dad with the shotgun. And the groom, well, he's not really looking so bad. But his bride's face isn't very pretty, the way I drew it. But I just thought it was funny. So, that's not the topic of the day. I didn't post yesterday. Hello! How y'all doing? I hope you're having some fun. We're getting rain. It is cooling down, at least for the next 3 days, according to the weather. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, we're going to go to the land of, we're going to take the Israelites across the Red Sea. It's a map. Let's pencil it in first. Okay. Here's Egypt. I'm just drawing it kind of. And it's the delta here. There's the river delta. And Goshen covers kind of this part. And so it's got these little land things and stuff to get across. And here's the Red Sea. This is the Sinai. It's kind of shaped like that. And here's the Red Sea. Now that's a lot bigger than what it is on the map, but okay. And then over here are other countries. We're concerned about this. Well, we are concerned here because the land of Midian is here. And here is the mountain where Moses saw the burning bush. So we'll put a bush there. Okay. So this is the route they took. They did not go directly to Israel. They crossed the Red Sea, and we'll go over what all happened in this journey. But this is where the Pharaoh up and changed his mind again after he told him to get the heck out. And took 600 chariots, and they got drowned. God parted the sea with Noah's staff, or he told Noah to hold his staff up, and parted the Red Sea. They were able to walk across on dry land, but Pharaoh took 600 chariots, and that would be troops because they were driving the chariots, his best ones and the next best ones, and he was in one, and they all got into the Red Sea, and God let the waters drown them. So now Egypt's been in trouble for a while, and now they have no leader yet. So they're going to get a new leader, but he's going to inherit some bad problems. So the Red Sea's probably more over here on this map, but anyway, they didn't go because they went around and they went here. God told Moses when he was at the burning bush that he would need to come back to Mount Sinai, just outside of Midian. And we'll go through all the things that happened. I don't have my glasses on, but when Moses was at the burning bush, God told him that he would need to return there. So they went there, and for some reason, I've got to find that one out yet. They kind of looped around. That might have been some of the... Anyway, this belonged to Egypt and Midian. Kind of Egypt's here, Midian, and those are here. So I don't know if this is part of the 40 days, or is it 40 days or 40 years? I'll have to look that up. Anyway, and then they finally went to Israel. Somewhere over in here, there's land. Anyway, and it was a land, people wonder now, it's desert now, they call it, and it was kind of desert then. They wonder why it was called the land of milk and honey. Well, there was a lot of fruit trees and grapes. There was fruit, grapes, like fig trees, olives, all of that kind of stuff that they were able to, and they also had their herds of sheep and all of that. So they were in a land of milk and honey in the sense that they had a good source of probably trade and stuff to eat. So I don't know what kind of farming they might have been able to do, but if there were good trees and if they could farm grapes, they could probably farm a lot of other stuff. So this is how they got to, it took a long way, but this is how they got to Israel. So this is a very rough sketch, very rough. But so you can see it better. This is the river delta, and Goshen, it covers over here, because Egypt is over here too. This is all Goshen here. And they crossed the Nile here, from what I could see. And then they do this trip down to Midian. And when he was on Mount Sinai, he was getting the commandments, the 10 Commandments. And then he found that I'm thinking that's where that happened. Anyway, so then they got on to Israel is up in this in this area here. It's a little difficult, but this is now modern day Iran, and all those countries are in there. And then there's Israel, which is divided into the 12 tribes. So that gives you an idea of the journey that they took. And they never quit complaining. They never quit complaining the whole way. So we'll get into that later. But I just felt like we're not going to really understand the story very well if we don't have a map to follow. So this is just giving you the idea. Egypt isn't shaped like that at all. It's not a rectangle. I think I spelled that. Don't matter now. But just keep that in mind, that is the traveling that we're going to follow. And this is why it took so long, because they could have gone a much straighter route, but they needed to go back to Mount Sinai. So I will talk to you later. I hope that you enjoyed this, the shotgun wedding, and then this. Not really related very well, but I just thought that was funny. And why not start with a laugh? And this is just educational. I didn't really put anything together yesterday. This is the same day, which is fine. But yesterday and kind of the day before, I was still pretty exhausted, but I did get into doing some of the research I needed for this work I'm doing with the 5% project. And there is a lot of information on it with videos here on YouTube. If you look for the 5% project or William Sylvanus. And I think I put that link down in the bottom of the description, so you could look there. It's up to you, but I love to listen to him, and he really has a lot of good information. But religion to political, and that's what you're never supposed to discuss at the dinner table. It's just, well, sometimes it gets me in trouble, and sometimes it's fun. So I will see you tomorrow. I will do something today for tomorrow. So I love you all. Mwah. Smile and wave. And do be a friend and be kind. Okay. I'm getting drowsy. My medication's kicking in. But I wanted to get this done. So I will say good night. Good morning. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Probably 9:30 by now. We'll see you tomorrow.